Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Cox. Today I'm going to do a read aloud called The Berenstain Bears Dinosaur Digs. It's written by Jan and Mike Berenstain, and they've written a whole lot of books, and this one is about the family going to see some dinosaur fossils. Alright, let's get started. Have you ever seen any fossils of dinosaurs? Have you seen any like that? I know we've looked at maybe some pictures of some in the classroom, and maybe you've seen some in books. Maybe you've gone to a museum to think about how dinosaurs used to live. They're kind of the pieces that show us how dinosaurs lived long, long ago. It's kind of like a picture, but it's the bones of dinosaurs turned into rock over a long, long time. Anyway, we're going to read more about it. Ready? All right, it says, Brother and Sister Bear liked to read, and they went to the Bear County Library quite often. They liked mysteries, adventures, sports stories, and lots of other books too. One day, Brother found a book about dinosaurs. He showed it to Sister, and they looked at it together. It was very interesting. You might have had books like that too, where you find something, you share it with your family, and you really like it. It's really fun when that happens. Brother and Sister really liked all those dinosaurs. Learning about them was exciting. They liked their long, ferocious teeth. They liked their long, ferocious names like Tyrannosaurus, Stegosaurus, and Triceratops. These are the ways that you could kind of say the sounds for the name of something that's really long. Sometimes we see this with animals or plants. It gives us kind of like little chunks on how we say the name, like Tyrannosaurus. It's not exactly how the name of the animal or plant is spelled. It's not the same as the spelling, it's how you could say it. Stegosaurus, Triceratops. Stegosaurus had spikes on its tail. It could use them to whack big meat eaters like Tyrannosaurus and Allosaurus, who had those long, ferocious teeth. Here's an Allosaurus. Triceratops had sharp horns on its head. It could use them to poke any other dinosaur who messed with it. The best part was that they lived long, long ago, so you didn't have to worry about them getting you. Yeah, don't worry about dinosaurs being still around. They are long gone. But do you remember how we read about sharks last week? We were learning last week that sharks, they were around even before the dinosaurs. That's how long ago sharks were kind of started. That's pretty cool. Mama and Papa were delighted that Brother and Sister had this wonderful new interest, and Honey thought it was okay too. Honey's the little baby sister. They all went off to the Bearsonian Museum to see the dinosaur skeletons. They were ginormous. Brother and Sister really liked those dinosaur skeletons. These are all the bones of the dinosaurs. While they were at the museum, Professor Actual Factual saw them and stopped to say hello. He was the head of the museum and an old friend of the bear family. I see you two cubs have been bitten by the dinosaur bug, he said, smiling. The dinosaur bug? Said Brother. What kind of a bug is that? Asked Sister. She imagined a huge prehistoric insect. Did that actually bite her? Professor Actual Factual laughed. I just mean that you've caught an interest in dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures. Once you've caught that bug, it's hard to get rid of. I know, I've got it too. Oh, it wasn't this big bug that bit them. It was that they got some interest in their brain. They wanted to explore more about something. In fact, said the professor, would you like to see my latest project? Would we ever, said Sister. You bet, said Brother. Then just follow me, said the professor, leading them outside and to the rear of the museum. They came to a big open pit in the ground. Mounds of earth were heaped up everywhere. Down in the pit, scientists were at work carefully digging away. Oh wow, you can actually see some of the dinosaur fossils. "What's all this?" said Papa, scratching his head. "This is my latest dinosaur dig," explained the professor. "We have discovered a large group of dinosaur fossils right here behind the museum. We're digging them up so that we can study them." "Wow," said Brother. "Did you find a Tyrannosaurus?" "Well, no," said the professor, "but we did find a Spinosaurus skeleton." Spinosaurus was a fierce dinosaur almost as big as Tyrannosaurus, and it had a huge fin on its back. "Can we see it?" asked Sister. "Of course," said the professor, "right this way." They all climbed down a ladder into the dinosaur dig. "Now here's the Spinosaurus skeleton," said the professor. "It's the first one found in this area." "Wowee," said Brother, "it's humongous." "And right over here," said the professor, "there are many other fossil reptiles." As he led them through the dig, Brother and Sister imagined all the prehistoric creatures as they would have looked when they were alive. Here's a Spinosaurus. That's this one, right? The Corythosaurus. Maybe that's this one down here. It would look like that. And an Ankylosaurus. I like the Ankylosaurus. That's a really cool one. It's got like almost like plates of armor, like a turtle on the back of it. He's got this kind of like club up that on his end of his tail. Ankylosaurus is a cool one. They saw another fin-backed reptile, a Dimetrodon, a giant long-necked Apatosaurus, a flying reptile, a pterodactyl, what's that one? And a giant sea reptile, the Mosasaurus. It would have looked like that. It was bigger and more ferocious than any shark that ever swam the seas. Wow. There was a lot of dinosaur fossils all in one area, wasn't there? "Thank you for the tour, Professor," said Mama as they climbed out of the dig. "That was very interesting." "Yeah," said Sister and Brother together. "It was awesome." On the way out of the museum, they stopped in the museum shop to get more books and some dinosaur models and kits. Back home, Brother and Sister soon had every inch of their treehouse covered with model dinosaurs. There were dinosaurs and reptiles fighting on the stairs, eating on the table, sleeping on the sofa, swimming in the bathtub. There were even some dinosaurs made of clay inside the refrigerator. Why? Why did they put them in there? That's silly. Brother kept them there, so they wouldn't get soft and squishy. It seemed to Papa and Mama that dinosaurs were everywhere. Before dinner, Papa headed for his favorite easy chair with the evening newspaper. "Oh, Papa," said Sister as he started to sit. "Yow!" Papa yelled, jumping up. Uh-oh, what happened? You see that? He sat on a dinosaur. "That's my setup of the Jurassic Age," Sister explained. "Sister," said Papa, "I'm delighted that you and Brother have this wonderful new interest, but," he said as he carefully moved Sister's dinosaurs off his chair, "the Jurassic Age will just have to settle for the coffee table." And with a sigh, he sat down to read his paper. The end. All right, that was the Berenstain Bears Dinosaur Dig. I hope you liked that book. I really like the Berenstain Bears. They have a lot of books about the family and about Brother and Sister. And I like how this book, they talked about a lot of different animals that used to be around. They talked about how you can go to a museum. They talked about also you can really find some cool books about dinosaurs in your library that's near your house. There's a lot of different things that you can do. You can even have some at home that are pretend ones that you can play with. Dinosaurs are really cool because there's a lot that we can imagine about them and learn about them, and every year we learn new things about dinosaurs. So I hope you enjoyed the book. I'll see you next time for our next read aloud. All right, good night.